Hey guys, what's up? Anger Banter here. We're playing more continuing our blind playthrough for Chrono Trigger. We're playing it on Steam through the PC, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I like that Steam does have some of these more retro games on there at a lower discounted price. Gives some people a chance to really kind of check out these older titles such as Chrono Trigger at a lower price rate, because I don't know for certain, but I think this game's actually on the SNES Classic, as well as, you know, the obvious SNES, and I think there's like a DS version of the game. I'm not 100% certain where else we can play this game. I know, like I said, it's on multiple consoles, which is pretty cool, but the fact that, you know, we got this for, what, $7, that does really bode well, I think. I do wish there were more like other ports of some good JRPGs from like that PS2 era. I wish we saw some more of those Atlas titles, such as like, you know, the Shin Megami Tensei titles, or even Persona 3. We got Persona 4, which is great, but I would love to see a little bit more here. Right now, we beat Johnny last time in a race. So we're in a new area here. We're actually getting closer to where we need to go, which is I think the Protodome. We need to get back in... Yeah, we need to get back in time. Not really back in time as much as getting back to our timeline. Kind of do some research on this Lavos situation. It seems like I said, there's a bit of a difference here with the original plotline. I wasn't sure what to expect from the game when we first started playing it, other than possibly time travel. I'm not, like I said, once again, not 100% sure what I was expecting when we started this game, and like I said before, I said it multiple times, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never played this before. It's one of those titles that I've heard great things about, that I've always kind of had an interest in actually playing it as a whole, and now that it's, you know, I was able to grab a copy on sale, it was definitely worth checking out, and we finally got around to actually playing it. So far, I'm actually enjoying it. It does have little frustrating moments here and there, which is mainly, you know, these older titles. They're not these older RPGs. You have no idea where you're going. There's no like, I don't want to say there's no like direct sense of direction, because that's kind of what I'm trying to say, but I don't mean it like that. And right now we're definitely kind of just like fighting these battles here. The nice thing is the overworld that we're in, like the section map that we're in, does show all the enemies that we can fight. If we leave that area and come back, those enemies will respawn. I've noticed that. And so if we were looking at grinding out some experience points, that would actually be something we could do. But we're not really into the whole grinding experience points thing in this game, not yet. We're not really struggling as much in getting through here. That's like I said, this is our first time playing this title, so I don't know what to expect in terms of difficulty spikes, in terms of anything in that nature. If we're talking, you know, the game's fairly straightforward, not gonna destroy your living soul, then I'm not worried about, you know, grinding. But if the game does get a little, I want to say grindy, so to speak, if the game does get grindy, we're gonna, where we need to, it's gonna be something we're gonna have to strongly consider doing, is getting some grinding here. Why do we need a racing recorder? So apparently we have this, I am now a race recorder. We're going to be able to record our high scores in racing. I don't really think I'm going to go back and say, yeah, let me go race Johnny again. Let me get a high score. I feel like that's a weird kind of distraction from what's going on in this game. We don't want to just like, oh yeah, let's go racing. Let's go racing. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Nah, I'm not really in no hurry to kind of race around. If we're being totally and utterly honest, we're just kind of trying to go through the game as a whole. I don't think we really need side distractions in this title really, if we're going to be totally and utterly honest, there's no actual need for it. And that's just, like I said, my opinion. I'm not sure where we're supposed to go between the derelict factory and, I guess it's the Protodome. I don't know. Like I said, there's no real sense of direction in the title, which I do find on the kind of annoying, frustrating side. I like having some like idea, and I get that, you know, these older games, they don't really have that, and that's all well and good. But, you know, having some idea of where I'm supposed to go would be kind of nice. That was definitely a different encounter for that slime versus what we're used to, I guess. Can't go that way. So I guess... Nope. Alright, cool. So I guess we're supposed to go to the Protodome. We're just making sure. I just want to make sure everything's alright. And I was really hoping we were going to have something to replenish our HP, like one of those Enertrons, if that's what they're called. Those are really coming in handy, if you ask me, because we don't have to worry about using our potions or using our magic points to constantly replenish our HP and MP. Well, replenish your HP. If there was actually a skill that replenished your MP, that would be insane. That actually also would be severely unfair. As well. We don't want to, you know, break the game. I'm not, like, cheating. But, you know, I feel like we got to the point right now so far in the game where we just hit that major, like, I guess it's the story aspect, where we are getting that idea of what our whole goal is in terms of, you know, completion, so to speak. So we have to stop... I want to say it looks like we have to stop Lavos, and that's pretty much our whole goal. And I don't know if there's like a specific like I don't want to say thought process here, but if there's like a specific like way we're supposed to fight Lavos, I really don't know. Which is why I'm like really just I don't know who or what we're supposed to do in this game. We're gonna head downstairs. We're gonna go down here in the Protodome. Honestly, I did not think it was gonna be like this. I thought it was gonna be a little differently. Okay, I thought we were gonna walk in, it was gonna be like one of the other domes, where we had the Enertron, whatever you want to call it, and people, but it looks like we have at least one encounter, 54 experience points. That's not terrible. I feel like the experience points in this title are so low. Like, why are we not getting like 300, 400? Is it easier to level up? The game's not really kind of providing any kind of information like that. Is leveling up really necessary? We're gonna keep fighting these guys. That guy didn't die. 100 HP. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Like I said, this game really makes me want to go back and play Golden Sun. I said this previously. I might have. There's the Enertron. Yeah, Golden Sun. It's not the actual visual style. It's more or less just the overall visual feel. That kind of retro Super Nintendo vibe. And what's this? So it looks like it's the humanoid robot. So here's where we're gonna get this really weird science fiction terminology here. So humanoid robot. Now, would that be an android or a cyborg? I know robot is the incorrect term. If we want to be, I don't want to say we want to be politically correct in terms of like, you know, robotic humanoids. I feel like it'd be more android than cyborg. I feel like android is more the correct terminology, but this thing does not look like an android. It doesn't. It looks more like a legit robot. I feel like there's a distinct difference between android, cyborg, and robot. I feel like an android is a humanoid machine, and I feel like examples obviously would be, Android 17 and 18 and Dragon Ball, which were also designed by Toriyama. Who did the designs for this game. A cyborg, I feel like, is more akin to a part human, part robot. So kind of like literally cyborg in the Justice League or even RoboCop. And I feel like robot would literally be maybe more akin to this guy here. But that's just like me just spitballing, trying to figure out what the right term is. I know there are people out there who might get offended if I use the incorrect terminology for what this is, and I know, like, there's science fiction people or nerds in general. We take our definitions really like hardcore. Like, we're like, if you're using the wrong term, you obviously give me your nerd card and we'll revoke it. Please don't do that to me, though. This game, I guess, came out in 1994 or 95 when that kind of terminology wasn't really that important. So we're going to really just not worry about it. But it looks like he follows the basic, logic of Asimov's 3 rules of robotics or whatever. Where they're not going to hurt a human being unless ordered to or whatever. R66Y, I feel like that means something. The cool thing about, we'll say, the earlier RPGs, before they had voice acting and everything in it, where everything was text-based, is that you had that ability to rename your characters. I really do like that and hate that at the same time. I don't mind it because it allows you to have some creativity if you really want to pretend you are the hero, so you're going to name Chrono after yourself, and you're going to name all the other characters after your friends. I mean, that is I mean, that's something I used to do all the time when I played these games back in the day. But I'm not gonna lie. Nowadays, I'm just gonna keep it to the default name, not because I'm lazy. It's more the answer. I mean, I'd rather kind of maintain that kind of what's the word I'm thinking of? Canonized names. For authenticity purposes. We play Persona. We name our main our protagonist after either the anime name or the manga name or whatever name is appropriate. For example, we play Persona 4. The manga has a name Sochi Seto or something like that, and then the anime and the dancing title has him being Yu Narukami, but we call him Chad Narukami just because of personal reasons. So looks like Robo is in our party now, which is great, so we can actually have some variety here. So we can switch out party members at this point in the game since we have additional party members, which is great. Because remember, we originally had just Chrono and Luca, or Chrono and Marl at one point in the game. So when Frog joined us, it was Frog, Luca, and Chrono, and we didn't have that 4th option. Now that we have Robo, we could have that 4th person, of course, because I don't know if this is because it's an older RPG or if they were trying to experiment with a different system. We only have 3 different party members at one time, so one party member has to kind of sit out. So right now we're going to focus on trying out with Robo, see what Robo can do, and we're going to, obviously, you can't kick Chrono out. I don't know if we can kick Chrono out at all. So we're really going to kind of juggle around our last 2 party members. Marl's going to be really helpful for us because she can heal. She does healing magic. Not magic, the healing techs. We also have... I'm going to assume Robo is going to be a good heavy hitter. If I'm wrong, we're going to find out. It's going to be a bit of a rude awakening. I think Robo's going to hit hard. I think that's going to be something we're going to see because I'm looking at him and seeing what he's doing. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do now. I think we're going to have to check out... Do we have to check out the Derelict Factory? Is that what we're supposed to do? I think that's what we're supposed to do. I was just kind of pulling it up. Not pulling it up. I was trying to think for a moment. where we're supposed to go, and I think we actually do have to go to the factory because we have to power something up. And if we power something up, we're going to be able to enter. I guess there's a back room in that previous factory or the previous dome. I wasn't really paying attention 100%. Not that I wasn't paying attention, but let's see what we got going on here. So Robo's just kind of like weirdly like typing at the computer, and we get the slime again, so we gotta fight the slime. That was a pretty straightforward fight here. Not really going to give us a good, not really going to give us a good feel. I guess it gives us a feel for Robo. So still trying to get an idea of where we're supposed to go here. This is already going to get frustrating. So it's kind of like a maze, so to speak, is what I feel like this is going to end up being. And there's nothing wrong with that. This will probably give us a bit more of a feeling for how Robo plays. Of course, we're probably not really going to experiment as much with Robo because we want to conserve our MP. We should check out the text that he has. I'm really curious what he can do. I think that'll also give us the opportunity to determine which party member is going to be more important. I don't know if there's going to be more party members joining us later in the game, or if the party members that join us are like timeline specific. You guys know what I'm talking about. When I say timeline specific, I mean like, so we had Frog earlier and we left and Frog stayed where he was. Is Robo going to stay behind like Frog did because he can't travel around in time due to, you know, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey logic? I'm really curious about it though. That is something I am not gonna lie, something I'm really wanting to know. We need to heal up. Mostly Chrono. Robo could use some HP or replenishing. We only got 3 TP. I still don't know what TP means. I still don't know. But Robo learned Laser Spin, so, and it's a dual tech. Alright, I mean, that's something. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth there. Now we have 5 enemies. That's a lot. These are... Okay, we really should heal Chrono, and we need to focus... Oh, do we heal Robo instead? Okay. I feel stupid right now. Let's see what Robo has. Oh, this is going to be a good move. I think we're going to abuse the shizbat out of this. 1, 2... Oh, I only took out 2 guys. Alright, that's fine. Alright, Chrono, can you live for one more turn? Maybe not. Yeah, we're gonna do an Aura Whirl. I'm trying to make sure we survive these fights. At the same time, I feel like it's not gonna happen. We'll get there. We'll get there, guys. Don't worry. Ooh, critical hit. Nice. Like I said, we really want to conserve our magic points. I don't want us to constantly be having to use them all and being like freaking out. This is why a lot of people have a hard time like doing one-shot dungeons in a lot of games like Persona, like doing a one-shot, running through the dungeon in one go. A lot of people have a hard time with that because they blow through their skill points, their magic points right away. That's not something we want to do. I really don't want to have to keep running back and forth to Enertrons in the future, and like, I know we have potions and I know we have the shelters, but like we haven't run into like a save point in this area yet to really use that. Another thing I like to note is that a lot of the enemies are very timeline specific. We haven't seen really much of anything that we would have seen in the in-game present or the in-game past, which I think is a very interesting point to make there, because like the fact is we're really just encountering newer designs. I mean, yeah, maybe we'll run into something like this in the future, not further future, because I think this is the furthest we can go in the future. But we might run into something like this in a little bit in the past, or some variation of it. I mean, they kind of look like weird monster things, not robots. Crane controls. Okay. This is going to be frustrating. I can already feel it. When I say frustrating, I mean like we're talking about having to remember what the controls are, the buttons are, mapped out on a PlayStation 4 controller, mapped out with a SNES controller. So what that means is when this game is looking at a controller, it's looking like it's a SNES controller. So if you're familiar with the Super Nintendo controllers, it's X, Y, A, and B. I'm not sure exact order. But if you're looking at a PlayStation controller, it's been this way for all 5 generations now, it's a cross, a circle, a triangle, and a box. They don't really correspond with each other. So we kind of have to try to remember what the exact each one is, whether the circle is X or Y or A or B. So we're kind of gonna be probably getting really frustrated soon. I can feel it because that's just how I am. I don't know what these controls are mapped to. Whereas like a game like Persona, being a PlayStation a title originally, the button scheme lines up with the PlayStation controller, so it's not that big of a deal. I get it. I know that sounds really stupid for me to be like kind of complaining like that, but it's just an observation, a comment, so to speak, in regards to just controllers working. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Dude, stop being a noob and use the keyboard." And I'm gonna say this: I come from console gaming is my thing. That's my main focus. Is playing on the console itself. As more enemies spawn in front of us, that's where I play most of my games. I used to have a machine that could run games, and I would play on the PC. And some games I could, mouse and keyboard, and other games you really need to use the controller for. But having been more of a console gamer for the better part of the last decade almost, it's definitely hard to get back to that, WASD, mouse thing. And having been originally a console gamer going into playing games on the PC, it was a lot harder WASD. You would use the arrow sticks. Just throwing that one out there to kind of mock myself at the same time. Needless to say, I am not entirely sure what we're supposed to be doing here, if we're doing the right thing or not. I feel like we are. We're doing the right thing. And this is a great place for us to call it a break right around here as we mess around with this crane thing. I don't know what we're doing. I think we did it right. I honestly don't know. But I'm gonna just call it here so we avoid getting frustrated. My name's been Angry Banjo, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Let's Play, our blind Let's Play for Chrono Trigger here. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. We have more Chrono Trigger coming your way, so don't really go anywhere, and I'll see you then.